you doing? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you for tuning in. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A. So I opened up my Instagram yesterday and I put out a post saying, if you have any questions, send them in, and I'm going to be reading some of the questions that I got. But before we get started with this video, I do ask that you press that like button, and I do ask that you press that subscribe button with the little bell on the side. It really helps me with, trying to get my channel out there and definitely trying to keep this channel growing. With that being said, let's get the video started. Okay, so the first question is, how old are you? For those of you who don't know, I'm 22. Question number 2, what's things on your bucket list? Well, the first thing I would say on my bucket list is to just visit the continent of Africa. For a lot of people who know me, they know how bad I really want to go to Ghana or Nigeria, especially in December. So it's definitely something I want to check off within the next 2 years. I would say I want to go cliff diving into some water, maybe in like Jamaica or something. I would say those are probably the top 2 things right now on my bucket list. Okay, so question number 3. What is my favorite college memory? I would say my favorite college memory would probably be the entire end of my spring semester sophomore year and the fall of my junior year, because just so much happened within that 1 year span. Like that spring semester, it's basketball season, so I went to a bunch of basketball games. I became a member of Alpha Kappa Psi, which is a business fraternity. I went out so much that semester. It was just so much fun. And then that summer, I had like my first real internship, and I got to be in New York the entire summer, which had its ups and its downs, but it was really good for me to get that taste of reality. And then you come back in the fall, and I was able to, pledge the fraternity in which I've always wanted to do, which is Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So I felt like that was probably the whole best highlight, the best memory of my entire college career would be that entire year, because just so much happened in my life. It was just a bunch of transitions. What's your favorite animal? This one's a little different, but I would say my favorite animal would probably be a cardinal, like the red bird. The next question is, what was the wildest day of your life? Something that stands out was, I remember I went to Atlanta my sophomore year, and somehow, a friend of mine, we ended up meeting like a promoter, which was like the promoter for 2 Chainz. And so we ended up going to like an album release party for one of the artists that were signed into 2 Chainz. And then in the middle of the night, we found ourselves in Alabama. And then at like 7 a.m., we were back in Atlanta. It was just so much happened within those few hours. But I would definitely say that was definitely a wild day in my life. Didn't know how I was gonna get back to Atlanta, so it was good to get back. But yeah. So the next question is, how are you preparing for life after college? Well, at this point, I guess the first part of college is done. I got a bachelor's degree. For those of you who don't know, I just graduated from Florida State with a bachelor's in management information systems. But I guess how I'm preparing for life after college, really I kind of started doing that probably about like half a year ago when it came to applying for jobs, like looking for opportunities, applying for grad school, looking for the next step. So I'm also currently a grad school student at the University of Missouri, looking for a master's in economics. And I'm also going to be working full time. So just trying to, I guess there is no real way to prepare because like my life after college has kind of already started. It's just kind of like just understanding how everything is coming at me and just trying to get a balance of things is more so what's on my mind right now. So the next question is, do you use a perm for your waves? No, you. I do not use a perm for my waves. Not to brag, but these are all natural. What is your biggest college regret? I would say my biggest college regret was not really, you're told in college, to travel, to take advantage of this opportunity while you're here because like you really don't have any responsibilities. And I felt like I didn't take advantage of that as much. Granted, on the other end, you're a broke college student, but I really didn't start traveling and going on so many adventures until like the latter half of my junior year, but really my senior year. I don't know, I just felt like that would probably be like the biggest regret that I have. But besides that though, I've been fortunate enough to have a pretty good college experience, a pretty good life. So I wouldn't say I have too many regrets, but if I had to pick one though, that would probably be it. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Whew. I don't know about 10 right now. But I can say in 5 years, hopefully I finished my master's. Like when you just think about it, like where do you see yourself 5 years from now? It's kind of hard to just start spitting it out. Like where do I see myself? But I just hope I'm in a good place. I hope I'm happy. As long as I have my master's degree, as long as I'm happy, you know, the people with me are happy. I think the next 5 years, I just look for happiness. What are some quick tips on getting rich? I wouldn't know, I'm not rich. Talk about how grad school is. Not really a question, but you get it, LOL. So I started grad school about 3 weeks ago, and I'm gonna do a video kind of explaining a little bit more about the process, how that happened, like how I got into it. I would say some things about grad school that I noticed would be the fact that my cohort are all different ages. The work is a lot more fast-paced, but it's actually about something that you're interested in, so it's a little bit easier to do. Besides that, my personal thing is I would not recommend jumping right into it the way that I did. I personally feel like I should have given myself the summer, maybe started in the fall, or continued with what I originally had said, which was to start next year. But like I said, I'm gonna do a video where I kind of get into the ins and outs about the grad school, the process, the application part, and just kind of like breaking that down a little bit. Where do you shop the most? Honestly, right now, I'm trying to like revamp my wardrobe, so I'm definitely shopping at Supreme the most. Thrift stores, Supreme, and Nike. What are some of your favorite artists? I would say right now, Playboi Carti, NBA Youngboy, and just a bunch of different Afrobeats artists. What is your favorite drink? I'm not too much of a drinker, but if I had to choose, I would definitely choose Crown Peach. Last but not least, what defines a successful college career? Wow. So what, to me, a successful college career is, first off, you made the friends that are gonna be at your wedding. Second, you left with as little regrets as possible. Third, you had a plan as to where you're going after you leave. And fourth, I would say getting the degree, obviously, because that's what we come here for. Okay, so that pretty much brings me to the end of this video. If you stay till the end, I really appreciate it. I'm probably gonna say this for the next few videos, where I'm really just trying to get back into the YouTube flow. I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. I please ask that you press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm definitely gonna be a lot more consistent than I have been in the past. But till the next one, peace.